What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. And maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Let me entertain you. Speaking of entertainment, today on the program, I got Richie Mullins. Oh, you know that name. He's my man he's from Michigan, but he's out there I guess close enough to Nashville to where you can just say he's in Nashville, okay? He made his way to Nashville, and now he's making his dreams big, and we're going to get to catch up. I know he's been on the program a couple of times, but we haven't talked to him in about 8 months or so. So let's catch up with Richie Mullins and find out what's happening with him on this fine, fine day. Hey, this week's shows, I have one public show, my usual Friday night gig at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yes, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. They got a full bar. The kitchen's open. They got pool tables. 10 diamond style pool tables. On Friday nights, they have a pool tournament. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool and possibly make some money while you're doing it, I encourage you to check out the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. You got time? It's Friday night. Come on out and play with us. Come play with us. Come play with us from 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the a.m. Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. A little concert starring each and every one of you. And then on Saturdays are made for private events. So if you have a private event in the central Arkansas area or beyond, I mean, if the money's right, I'll go anywhere. I'll go all over the world. I have equipment, will travel. So if you want to pay my way, I'm happy to go. But for the most part, I stay in central Arkansas playing for the people, weddings and corporate events, birthday parties. I think the next, I have a school dance coming up. And it's a Mardi Gras theme, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not going to tell you where, so you don't show up there, you creeps. It's a middle school dance, so it's only for middle school people and their chaperones, of course, moms and dads and teachers. I've been doing that middle school dance for years now. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it. Playing for the kids. Usually I put up I put some wholesome videos up for them, and then they always ask me for some dirty music. Of course, I'm not going to play it for them. I know the kids are listening to it in their headphones, but I'm not going to play it for them at the school dance. Come on. That's just wrong. All in good time. You can do what you want when you're an adult, but when you're a kid, we got to protect you, right? Am I right? I'm right. All right, let's get into it. Richie Mullins. I got him on Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version of this, I encourage you to check out the video version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDAN. Also, check out my TikTok. I know I don't have it up there. I'm on TikTok as well. KeysDAN 411 on TikTok. Check that out. I've been playing a lot of these What Makes You Famous podcasts on there as well. So yeah, come check that out. All right, Skyping Richie Mullins now. There it is. Oh, the man's on my screen, and I hear a puppy. I hear puppies barking. I watch them grow. The man's got dogs. Well, we got a special guest star on the Richie Mullins show here at the What Makes You Famous podcast. Who's the special guest star?
The one you hear, Oscar.
Oscar, what kind of a dog is he?
What kind of dog is he?
Uh-huh.
He's a black lab mixed with dachshund.
Okay, so, man, is that a big dog or a little dog? Because dachshunds are little wiener dogs, and labs are kind of medium to big dogs.
Yeah, he's smaller, but he looks like an actual lab. So he's a small pup, but yeah, miniature lab is what I call him. Hi there. He just came over here.
Okay, all right. Is he coming on the show? Is he coming on the show? For the people that are listening to the audio version, you might get to see the spectacular Oscar right alongside Richie Mullins. Hey, Richie Mullins, my man. I was preparing for the show a little bit. I didn't do a lot of preparation because we've talked twice already on this podcast, and I've been following you around on your social medias. So I'm kind of excited to have you back to find out what's going on. But did you know that there was a Rich Mullins who was what did he do? He was vocals, piano, guitar, hammered dulcimer. Did you know there was a Rich Mullins? I found him on Wikipedia. Who is that Rich Mullins? Do you know him?
No, I really don't.
Just a coincidence.
Cool if I did, but yeah.
Hey man, the Rich Mullins in this world are probably very talented. But he was into contemporary Christian music, and you're a country superstar on the rise. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see a lab dachshund running around behind you. Oscar. Now, Oscars are usually wiener dogs. He is more of a lab. He's like a smaller lab. That's beautiful, man. Yes. Labs are good dogs. I had a yellow lab when I was a kid, but now I have a kitty cat. I'm more of a cat person now. I have an orange tabby. I don't know. I just like my cat. But pets are great, man. Pets are great. Well, tell me what's been going on in the life of Richie Mullins since last we spoke back in June.
I think I've written about at least 30 more songs. I've recorded about 10 of those, actually. Just released, actually, my dog's song, Man's Best Friend, this month.
That's pretty cool.
On every streaming service out there. I've yet to put on my website the money things. So,
man, where do you find all that time to write songs? You wrote 30 more songs and recorded 10 of them. Now, did you record them at a studio, or did you record them at your own home studio?
Studio. I record at Cabin Fever Productions in Lebanon, Tennessee. Very
cool. Well, you're out there in, what is it, Murfreesboro, which is close enough to Nashville, right? How far away from Nashville is it?
Yeah, pretty close. It's about 45 minutes away from Nashville.
Kind of like me in Little Rock. I'm in Conway, like in the Conway, Arkansas area, but Little Rock is the biggest city, and that's usually where the things happen. Although a lot of things happen here in Conway. We have at least three major colleges here, so it's kind of a college town. So where you have young people, you have people that want to go out and play and meet each other, and I heard a podcast where as you get older, you don't want to meet as many people. You want to hang out with your friends that you've already known for 20 years or more. But when you're young, you want to meet people. I mean, tell me about the life of Richie Mullins when you're not writing music. Are you out there? What kind of stuff are you getting into? What are your hobbies?
Well, I'm actually an avid bowler. I like going bowling when I can. I have a past injury that keeps me from bowling too much. Mainly most of my time is music, but if I can go horseback riding, I will. I love horseback riding. Done that my whole life.
What kind of injury? What kind of injury keeps you from bowling? When I was in college, I got a C+ in beginner bowling. I was terrible, man. I didn't show any improvement. But what kind of injury do you have?
Knee injury, my left knee. When I was younger, I tore my left tendon, my left knee in half. It's only halfway connected still, so I can only bowl like 3 games each day.
Wow, man! I used to not break 100, but my best friend in the whole world, John Canada, he had 200s at least. Sometimes even 250s, even higher. I think, 300's a perfect score. I don't even have to ask. 300 is a perfect score, but he was always in the 200s and even in the mid 200s. And here I was, not even breaking 100. I'm bad at bowling, but there's a new bowling alley that just opened up here in Conway, Arkansas. I think I'm going to give it another try. Maybe I'll have them put the bumpers up, and maybe I'll have some kind of a chance. And for those that don't know what the bumpers are, they keep your ball from going in the gutter. And the gutter is where your ball ends up if you're me most of the time. Oh my goodness. What's your average in bowling when you were uninjured anyway?
My average, I could still actually usually get it. It's between 180 and 190 for my average, but my highest game is 287, not 180. It's 287.
Wow, is that a heartbreaker? I mean, because that's strike, 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 and then like one spare. Oh,
Yeah. The very last frame was I missed the pocket. They call it to get a strike, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Because there's wacky ways. Usually, you want to hit it between the first and second pin. If mostly when you're a beginner like me, some people can hit it. Put a spin on the ball and hit it from the side, and it goes all kinds of crazy. But for me, I want to hit it between that first and second pin because I'm right-handed, and I already know that maybe the third mark on the floor. I mean, do you have those skills being an avid bowler? I'm going to call you a pro.
I'm right-handed, and I use a fingertip, what they call it. It's for making the ball hook. So
yeah, I mean, because I have to. I don't know what is it, 12-pound ball or something like that, where you put your whole hand into it, or all your three fingers all the way into the hole. Mm-hmm. But I've heard of the fingertip. My buddy John, he could do fingertip as well. But I remember Fred Flintstone. Whenever I think about bowling, I think of him doing his little twinkle toes when he's bowling. Oh my goodness, man! It's good. It's good to have hobbies. It's good to have places. Do you bowl in a league? Do you have a bunch of friends that you get together with?
I used to bowl in a league. I just can't afford it no more. But once in a while, me and my friends go out to bowl a little bit. They have fun with it too.
Well, that's the thing. When you get into these leagues and professional type things, I go to the Rab on Friday nights and do a karaoke show. But on the other side of the club, there are 10 diamond style pool tables, and they have a pool league every Friday night. Probably other nights of the week, but Friday nights when I'm there, and I get to kind of witness and see what's what. But they do like break and run to get a little bit of money here. It's a gamble. But a lot of people, they go, oh, well, are you here to win or are you a donator? Where you're just donating money. Now, in the bowling, when you win the game, do you get to make some money or is it all donations to the league?
To me, for leagues, I'm paying weekly. I'd be paying weekly for it. I don't like to gamble at all, honestly. And if I bowl, it's usually just for fun.
Well, okay. People say they don't like to gamble. Do you go out to restaurants? You gamble every time you go to a restaurant.
I actually don't really go out to restaurants much anymore.
Wait a minute. Do you cook?
Not much. I just eat pretty much store-bought food and frozen stuff. Not having much money.
All right. Hey, I was a kid and I grew up on ramen noodles myself. I probably should still be eating them. I've gotten way overweight. I guess we call that prosperity. But you're a thin guy. You're in shape. Are you, besides the bowling, do you exercise quite a bit as well? Or hold on a second.
I do work out a couple of days a week when I can.
You do work out like at a gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have my own. I do my own type of workouts because when I was fighting MMA, I did workouts without a gym due to my martial arts, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I always know how to do workouts without a gym.
All right, I'm in my 50s now, but back in my 20s, I was really into the gym. I worked at a gym. I worked at two different gyms, at Bally's Total Fitness, which is the big one, and then at Body Balance Fitness down in Key Largo in the Florida Keys. And we had, I was talking with the wife today. We were talking about, I was bringing up maybe going back to the gym. In fact, I visited a gym today to kind of see if I can put it in my budget because I'm not the richest man in the world either. But I do want to get back in shape. And so maybe I can live a little bit longer and be some kind of and don't become a burden on society by having to siphon off the government and maybe you pay my taxes. What? No, I don't want to do that. I want to remain, virile and able to work. So I went to a gym in town, the 10 Fitness, and kind of looked at their prices and stuff. I mean, hey, I guess every gym's going to be about $30 to $50 a month, depending on what kind of services you want from them. But is it worth it to live for $30 a month? Yeah, I can cut back on a Burger King or a Subway. Wait, I don't go to Subway anymore. Not since their controversy. Anyway, it's good. It's good to work out, man. It's good to get in shape and stay in shape. because it's going to catch up, man. You're a young man, but Muay Thai, oh, I love it, man. I did Filipino Cali, karate, Goju karate. What was it? A little bit of Kenji, not too much of that. There was a cop that was teaching us Kenji when I was in the fire department. But man, so tell me, are you still doing the martial arts at all, even with the knee?
I train myself a little bit still, but I just don't do MMA no more. I quit that when I was 24.
Yeah, that's hard on the body, man. Did you ever get into the bouts where you actually made some money? I know I'm hung up on getting cash for sports, but I mean, did you actually fight for money, or was this all fights for training?
I was actually in my sanction fights, is what they call it, for qualifying for the UFC. At the time, 12 sanction fights done, and you have to have them won in order to get into the UFC. But I decided to quit after so many of them because I saw one kid get hurt severely. So I was like, I still do music. I don't want to lose the music aspect of my life, so I'm all good.
Yeah, I can't remember. Man, I remember watching UFC 1 when it first came out. It blew minds, man. People were just like, did you see that thing last night? Did you see the Gracies? Did you see Hoist Gracie, what he did to that dude? I mean, and you know, the grapplers were always on, you know, the winners, the stand-up boxers. They didn't stand a chance. I remember there was one guy with long hair in that first bout, UFC 1. But then by the time UFC 2 came out the next year or the next season, whatever it was, his hair was cropped shorter than mine, baby. He said, no way, because they were pulling his hair to get him down to the ground. It was kind of almost anything goes. I mean, I know that they put a few rules in over time, but for the most part, that first one was bloody and rough. I mean, I thought I was big and bad being a boxer, but oh no. I commend you to the UFC. It's hard on your body, but you know, I mean, did you have fans? Did they all say Richie?
I did have some fans, but I just enjoyed the self-defense aspect of it. I did enjoy the competition, so that's pretty much what I did it for, the martial arts and for a little bit of competition. But other than that, it wasn't really my life like music is.
Oh, for sure.
And music is way more important.
I hear you trying to put me back to music, trying to get me off of this whole MMA and extracurricular activities. I mean, did you ever bring your guitar into the ring and start singing your songs?
That'd be funny if it happened.
Oh, that would have been something. You know, you'd have been out there going, Joan, or State of Country, or Never Alone, Outlaw. singing all the hits, man. But you know, people are like, but you know, it's nice. It's nice that you had a form of entertainment that was also getting you in some kind of a shape. The bowling, the martial arts. You know, you're inspiring people to stay in shape. And that's something that's been on my mind, man. I went to the doctor yesterday. No, not yesterday. A couple days ago on Tuesday. And man, was that yesterday? It was yesterday, wasn't it? No. Okay. So I went to the doctor. See, my mind's about to go. I'm in my 50s, man. I'm losing it. But no, I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm too overweight and my blood pressure's going up. It's going to catch up to you. My goodness. I got to turn this Titanic around. Inspire me, Richie Mullins. Inspire me. Maybe I'll play some of your music in my ears while I'm on a treadmill, getting my heart in shape. Oh, for sure, man. But tell me, are you doing any shows? Yeah, writing 30 songs. That's crazy. Recording 10 songs. That's crazier. You got them out into the world. People are listening now to Richie Mullins songs. Not Rich Mullins. We already been through that. Rich Mullins is long gone. May he rest in peace and rest his soul and all that stuff. You know, but Richie Mullins still growing strong. And you were a Male Rising Star Music Video of the Year official finalist, man. What song was that?
Yes. Joan, actually.
Joan. Fantastic, man. You know, how did the ISSAs treat you? Did you actually go? Was it Atlanta?
Yep, I went there personally.
Wow. And did you get to play music or were there people that were playing?
There was bands that were already scheduled to play because they were the last year's gold finalists, the gold winners actually, so that they get to play if they want to.
Well, it's nice to be recognized, man, to be nominated. I mean, did you actually win any of those awards or you
won award for best song structure?
Best song structure, and that was Joan as well?
Yes.
Man, Joan is the hit, man. And for people that haven't listened to it, my loyal listener, go listen to Joan right now. Well, I could play a little snippet of it. Let me see.
Overjoyed, as you always want me to see, always believing in my dream.
Fantastic, man. That's just a little piece of Joan, which is available on your website, RichieMullinsMusic.com. And now, are they able to buy the songs from your website?
My website, no, not itself, but they can go to any other streaming service like iTunes, Amazon, anything of those sorts that allow purchasing, they can buy it from.
See, now that's something that you need to work on. You have a really nice website. It's very easy to navigate. I'm not sure who put that together for you or if you did it yourself. It says copyright 2022 by Richie Mullins. So you're taking all the credit, whether somebody else did it for you. But it is well done, well navigated. You got your music, your shows, your merchandise. You have some merchandise? Oh, coming soon. No. We need some Richie Richie Mullins hats, T-shirts, bumper stickers, little pins, fishing gear, bowling gloves, bowling balls. Yeah, everything Richie Mullins on it. You need to put that on there. But no, there's places to see. And like I said, RichieMullinsMusic.com. Make sure you check that out to find out where you're going. Now, have you done any shows in the last six to 8 months since the last time we talked?
No, I haven't. I've been taking some time off because of health complications I've had with my spine.
What? What is going on with the spine, man?
I have currently scoliosis and degenerative disc disease, so to get myself better, and I've gotten quite a bit better. My scoliosis is definitely to work on still, for sure. But I just want to be the best I can, so I just took some time off shows. Never took time off of making music and recording it, of course, but traveling wise, that could affect my spine. I took some time off of that.
Gotcha, man. It's hard to walk around with your spine. Hey, take care of you for sure. Rest as much as you can. Now, is the treatment? Are they going to fuse some of your spine together? Is that the plan?
No, no, that don't happen. They just realign the vertebrae links to try and get the curves to go back to the shape it should be.
Yeah, I know it's not uncommon to have that. I think my sister had something like that, and they had to fuse a couple of her vertebrae together when she was very young, and it really hasn't affected her too much. Now she's walking and talking like Macaulay Culkin. No problem, man. Really good. But, I hope that, your treatments go well. Is it something that's ongoing or something you're going to have to deal with the rest of your life, or something that they can maybe fix while you're young?
Because of my age, I'm going to have to actually deal with it for the rest of my life and how far it's progressed. But I don't let it stop me from living life, doing music, because actually next month on the 16th, I am performing at a songwriters night in Hendersonville in Nashville, Tennessee.
Where at, man? Let the people know.
I don't have the address. It's I think Love's Coffee Shop. I can't remember exactly the full name, but I will be getting it up on my website and on my social media my Facebook. I will have the flyer that my promoter, Caden Gordon, he made the flyer because he's hosting the event. I'll have that on my page, and if anyone can find Caden Gordon, it's on his page as well.
Yeah, Caden Gordon, he's the man. He's been really promoting, a fantastic promoter. In fact, I've had some people that he's sent my way that I've talked to, besides you. But my goodness, he is really good for promoting people. But your Facebook page is also Richie Mullins Music. I mean,
Yes.
you do have a personal page. I want to know how to pronounce your last name. Zudwit.
Oh, that's actually not my last name. That was the other part of my family. I switched my last
Hold on a second. Hold on. You cut out for a second.
self.
Go ahead. Say your family what?
Oh, that last name is actually the other half of my family. Throughout my life, on social media I switched my last name a couple times before music really started going, and the Dutch last name is Zudwig. So
Zudwig, man, that is a fantastic name. My father-in-law, whenever my daughter would speak real low, he'd say, "You're speaking Dutch," and then here you are. You had a Dutch last name, Zudwig. Man, that is fantastic. No, but Mullins for the American, for most people in the world, I think that's going to be a lot easier to brand and a lot easier to spell out. So Richie Mullins Music, man. So you're still recording, even though your back is your back hurting all the time. Is that something that you deal with?
I usually deal with pain all day long. It depends on the level of pain that I have for the day, but like I said, I do have a 9 to 5 type of job. I don't let the pain stop me from working. I gotta pay bills.
Yeah, I mean it's either deal with the pain or chew on codeine like it's candy, like it's Tic Tacs, you know. And you don't want to live like that, man. You could deal with a little bit of pain, but your body, most people's body, or really every normal acting body, wants to be pain free. So, I mean, if the pain just keeps coming and coming and coming, eventually your body's just going to go turn off that pain receptor and just go numb. I know that I've had, pain in my legs, on my ankles that, hurts and hurts and hurts and eventually just goes numb. I'm sure it's still there, but your pain receptors go away. I mean, is that what the doctors tell you, that the pain will go away eventually?
They don't know. It's just through the treatment. They usually it's just a constant pain. I can ignore it most of the time, but when if it rains or if it somehow does snow down here, then really bad pain.
Man, I moved from Miami to Arkansas, and you're talking about snow. Oh, I hate it. Even though it was only like 2 or 3 days, I hate it. And I've been to Graceland when it was snowing, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But I mean, how many days of snow did you have over this last season?
We only had a week.
A week of snow, and in Miami that would be no. It doesn't snow in South Florida. No way, no how. I can't.
From where I'm from, Michigan, a week is nothing.
You got that right. That's right. You're from Plainwell, Michigan. So being snowed in is not an uncommon occurrence up there. So you moved to the South, the deep South, to get closer to Nashville, the city of music. And, but you could always take your guitar and sit in a chair if your back is just hurting too bad. I'm glad that you have a gig coming up at Love's Coffee Shop. And, I pointed people to your Facebook and to your website. So make sure that you put it on there so people can follow you around. But I mean, give the people an idea of what's happening in the future of Richie Mullins. Where do you want all this to go, man?
I want it to go as far as it can in the music industry. Because my focus is right now, of course, always writing and recording songs, but also I'm planning on focusing on more of traveling again, doing gigs again, get more out there for everybody so they can hear my songs more than just over the internet. Because to me, I understand people love to hear it over the streaming service and everything, but there's something special about live that people just love so much. I even love live music. It's just getting out, having fun, enjoying it.
Yeah, you get in front of that crowd.
What I'm doing is just
you exchange energy, man. You get the feeling. Now, tell me who is helping you to get your music off the air? Is it Caden Gordon all the way? Do you have other people that are helping you to promote? I know when I see you on social media, I try to at least give a share. That's the freest, the easiest way that you can help somebody out is give a share, especially if you're doing a show. Share it on your page. Make sure that enough eyeballs get there. That way you know, because that's how people are making money on it. You're not making money on streaming anymore. You make money when you go out and play live, and when you sell some merch. Get some merch, man. That way, when you play live, you can have a table that your mom or your girlfriend could help sell that merch. And then when you get done with your show, you come out and sign a couple CDs for the people. Yeah. That way you get in touch, man. You make a couple dollars and the people, you make fans that are going to tell friends about friends and tell people about Richie Mullins. Man, you need some merch, bro.
Getting the merch stuff together. Because I know that is needed for revenue and all that. I have some ideas for the merch that I'm going to have, but right now it's just the money aspect that's holding it back a little bit, but I'm working on that. Well, and I do want to get merch tables for when I do live performances, which would be nice so people could get my album right there and then, or even some EPs that will be coming soon. And this year, I plan having another album released.
Fantastic, man! The ever working, hard working Richie Mullins. Now, I want to give you a little secret. Even though you don't have any physical merchandise, there's there's websites that you can sign up for, like Cafe Press and T-Shirt Public. Not sponsors, but you can be sponsors. Okay, people. All right, but you can sign up for those things, and as people order them, they'll slap your name and logo on them. Now, did you get an official logo? Do you have? Oh yeah, the Richie Mullins. Oh, that is very stylized. I never asked you.
I'm actually working on a new logo in actuality because I sketch sometimes, and I'm working on creating a whole brand new logo, which to me will be simpler, more eye catching, and more me personally.
Wow, because I like that logo. I mean, it looks like the eyes and the L's, they kind of look like either candles or people. So it's cool. It's like you're lighting up the world, or it's people that are watching your shows or grooving to your music, enjoying the stylings of Richie Mullins. No, man, I like that. And me, I'm crazy on logos. My first logo, if you're watching the video version of this, is that one that's all the way on the right of the video. The microphone with the people dancing. That's the first one that I designed, and it really hasn't changed since, I don't know, around since the 90s maybe that I put it together. But the radio station logo, my wife helped me with that one. But it's cool, man. Logos help you brand, but you don't want to change them too much. I do like your logo, Richie Mullins. I like the way it looks. I mean, it's simple, but it's not simple. It says your name, but it's stylized. And is that something that you drew?
No. I actually had help from one of my family members with that. The new one I'm drawing is. Yeah, I like the one that I have on there too, but it just didn't feel 100% personal to me. So, like I said, the one that I am actually working on is really personal to me. It's half of my life is connected to it, and also, well, actually, my whole life, half of it to do with horseback riding, and then the music.
See, you gotta have a logo out there. That way, when your crazed fan wants to get a tattoo, they put a Richie Mullins logo right on their arm or right on their thigh or their leg or whatever. Oh yeah, the first fan that you see that comes at you with a tattoo with your own personal logo on it, you're gonna freak out. You're gonna go, what? Yeah. I had a girl in Bend, Oregon that, man, I don't know if it was permanent, but she put KeysDAN on the small of her back, the stamp. I guess, what do they call it? Well, they used to call it the tramp stamp. I know that's not very nice to say, but she put KeysDAN back there, took a picture of it, and put it online for me. And I was like, was that permanent? What? No, crazy. No, I want to see Richie Mullins on somebody's body permanently. I want to see it happen.
That'd be cool.
I mean, so tell me about the life of Richie Mullins. How's love treating you? Do you have any love? Are you living? How's the living situation? Are Are you feeling good? Or, I see that you have the dog. There's love right there. That is unconditional love, man. You probably come home and he's like, yeah, where you been, buddy? Where you been? Let's play.
Yep. Yep. Every day I come home, he's at the door, jumping on me, greeting me, wanting to be petted, giving love.
Well, I mean, hey, it's hard to work with animals, but I'm glad you have an animal to work with. It's good to have something that you can put your love into, man. I mean, other than that, you feeling love? Do you have fans that call on you, that chase you around? That do you have that one fan, that one groupie that you can call your own, or are you still searching for love?
I personally am single right now. And it was for just the better. But I actually have a couple of fans I am in contact with.
It's nice,
but man. It's just actual fans.
Yeah, it's nice. This social media is great. I remember when Twitter first came out, and Ashton Kutcher and CNN were battling to be the first members with 1 million followers. And it was the cool thing about it was that you could at anybody. And since it was brand new, I guess it was the early 2000s when Twitter came out, and now it's X. I better stop calling it Twitter, or Elon Musk is going to get after me. I think he's challenged, Mark Zuckerberg to a fight, because an actual fist fight. Did you hear about that?
No, I don't really, even though I do social media, I don't really pay attention to a lot of the stuff in reality, because I'm not a politics person. I'm not none of that.
Well, country music has a lot of politics in it. It's a lot of stand for something or fall for anything, that kind of thing. Choose a side, buddy. And sometimes I just go, hey, I've chosen not to choose. That's my choice, man. And I like a little bit. I choose my politics like I choose my Chinese food. A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B, and have a good meal together right there, buddy. So, and they're all crooks, man. They're all out to get us. Very cynical, very cynical. No, that's not good. No, I'm sure there's some good politicians that are trying to do a good job. Keep on trying to do a good job, please. But hey, look, there's so much to that you can draw from for music. When you were writing your new songs, what kind of inspiration did you get for those, and which songs inspired you from what activities?
Honestly, anything can inspire me, and it's because one of my best friends, they even asked me how I write all my songs, and I just honestly tell them it's just whenever my brain or mind wants to do it, and when inspiration comes, that's when it happens.
That's fantastic. Hey, have you written a song about Oscar?
Yes, I have. That my song "Man's Best Friend" is about him, actually.
That is so cool, man. You got a dog. You got a song about your dog. See, I like it. I like that you can get inspired. Whatever goes in your head can be put out as music into the world. That's the power. That's the power that you have, Richie Mullins. Well, I mean, do you have anything else you want to tell people? We don't have to make a full hour conversation. I just wanted to touch base with you and find out what's going on in the world of Richie Mullins. Make sure you go to richiemullins.music.com and find out everything there is to know. Do you have a contact page? Do you have a place where people can do like an email, like you do email service to them, where you can give them an update like every week or every month or something like that? What's going on with you?
Currently at the moment, not right this second, because I still have to get some more stuff set up on my website. But the people are able to contact me a bit through my Facebook page, and I believe with Instagram. Oh, my dog moved the camera.
Your dog's in charge.
With my Instagram, I believe people can personal message me too if they would like to. I don't think that's disabled on it. I do actually check my messages on there too. So.
Fantastic. I mean, there's a place for bookings on your website, which is great. It's got the first name, last name, email, and where you're located. You're looking at for a full band or acoustic. Do you do the full band? Do you have a group of people that you play with often?
No, I don't have a full band yet, but I can get what's called session players.
Okay.
I can create a band if I need to for the moment, because in actuality, I know a lot of people think that all these country bands, rock bands, and all that are actual full bands, when in reality they're not. Some are, a lot of them aren't, because the labels will pay the session players to form a group for that artist to create the band for a while. Sometimes they'll have other session players pop in to cover for others too.
So you're giving a little bit about how the sausage is made. Like every album in the 50s, 60s, and some of the 70s were played by 4 or 5 bands all over the country. And I mean, all over the world, really, because there was like a Motown band, a Stax record band, a Sun Records band, there's some Capitol Records bands, and they were like session players. And I guess if you hire them out to do shows, they call them hired guns, kind of like the old West, where they carry your equipment, they learn your songs, maybe you practice a day or two. I mean, these guys are so seasoned, guys and gals. They're so seasoned that if you give them a sheet of sheet music, or you just give them the song to learn, they'll learn it in a couple of days, and you'll be on the road in another month or so. It's amazing what the talent of these musicians. I mean, are you you play guitar primarily, right?
Yes.
What else are you playing? Anything else at all?
I can play a little bit of piano that was taught. I taught a little bit of violin, but other than that, my main instrument is guitar and, of course, vocals.
Well, what do you feel comfortable taking on the road? Just the guitar? Not even the fiddle at all? Man, I'd love to see you pick up a fiddle and start jamming on it. Oh, my goodness. That would make your show just that much better if you got the violin skills.
Charlie Daniels did that.
Heck yeah, man. And you're
rest in peace.
I know Richie Mullins here to take, be the next generation of that, and you can pull your hat down low. The reason he had his hat down low was because those bright lights would just bother his eyes, man. So that's why he always kept his hat way down low.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, my man. Well, I mean, you got any shout outs to give to people that have helped you along the way for the last 6 months or so? I know we mentioned Caden Gordon. That man's my hero, and he's helping you out and helping a lot of other people out too. That's great.
Shout outs I have, of course, Caden Gordon being my promoter. He's amazing at what he does, and my music wouldn't begin as far as it has and will be without him. Also, my producer Spike. Huge shout out to him because he's the one who helps me bring my songs to life. Michelle Storm, the owner of Cabin Fever Productions. Without her, Cabin Fever Productions wouldn't be around for me to be able to record in the studio. And honestly, if I could, shout out to my grandma for being the very first supporter, but she's gone. But I also have big thanks to my grandpa being another supporter. And my mom was too when she was around.
Well, that's how you keep them alive forever and ever, man. Just keep them in your thoughts and they'll live forever. And that's pretty much what you do when you're playing this music, me doing this podcast and doing all these recordings and making sure that more listeners will get into your ears. But we're really doing this for posterity. This is a learning program. People are learning from you, that if you want to be a musician, we'll play some music. Learn how to play and play. Yep. You want to be a singer-songwriter? Well, guess what? Go out and write some songs and go sing them. And then you're a singer-songwriter. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get. I mean, for the most part, some people will never get good, but that shouldn't stop you from keep doing it. I listen to a lot of podcasts now. Listen to a comedian podcast. Just keep on going and keep bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing. But you get that first laugh, and that just makes you want to go that much further. While you're playing guitar and you get that first, Richie Mullins, good job. You did great. Yep. Man, that's what keeps you going and going. You play for you, But if somebody else gives you an adoration and just loves what you're doing, that makes you want to keep going. So Richie Mullins, keep going.
Everybody needs a support system, no matter what. I just wish more people in this world, in today's world, would support each other, because it would be such a much better world for just anything if we support each other more instead of putting each other down.
Yeah, I'd love to see no more wars either, but I know we fight. We fight with each other. I fought with my brother. That happens. But I didn't pull out a nuclear weapon or a howitzer missile and shoot at him. No. We settled it. A little fisticuffs in the front yard. Dude, oh my eye! No real hits, man. Not in the face, man. But I'm sure you, as MMA, you took a lot of shots to the face and the gut and the arm and the midsection and the nether regions. Oh my goodness. We brought it right back around, didn't we? Right back to MMA. All right, my man. I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. Did we cover everything you wanted to cover?
Yeah, I hope everyone just follows their dreams, honestly. Support each other. And if you want, listen to my music on any streaming service there is. More, to be honest. So that's the reason why I say all of them that there is. Check out my website, RichieMullinsMusic.com. My Facebook page, Richie Mullins Music. And I am on my Instagram a bit, not as much as the X is what it's called. I'm not ever good with that either. I'm not on that too much. I'm on Instagram a little bit more, but my music's everywhere, and I'll have 2 more songs being released in May.
Well, to my right behind me here is RadioWhat.com, and I think I'm playing a couple of Richie Mullins songs on there. And I used to have an automatic tweeter that would automatically tweet all the songs. But now that that Elon Musk changed the algorithm, makes you want to pay for your auto tweeting API and all that stuff, it won't automatically tweet the song. So I have to manually look, and listen to the song, and I'll go, oh, there's a Richie Mullins song, bam, and I'll tweet it out and let you know that I'm playing it. But just know, if I have any songs on rotation that are of the Richie Mullins variety, they are playing on RadioWhat.com, radio.radio12345.com. That's the stream, and it's right there. It's right there. I'm looking at it. But no, I enjoy. That's talking about helping each other. That's my lease in life, to help people like you. When I started back in the 80s playing on radio stations, it was to promote people like you playing in the clubs in Miami and the Florida Keys. It's to promote people like you. Here's a new record. Oh, let me take a listen to it. Oh, I like it. That's a Richie Mullins record. Let me put that down so these 1,000 people that are dancing in front of me and having some drinks, they can listen and go, oh yeah, I like that Richie Mullins song. That's fantastic. So I'm inspiring my loyal listener to do the same. Oh, yeah. Go play them and go grab out your Spotify and go, hey, check out this Richie Mullins song, or go to your website. There's little snippets of the songs right there on your website, so they can go right there. But better to go to the Spotify and the streaming services until you can have actual CDs available to them. All right, man. Let's give the last words for the people. Words to live by, something you heard a long time ago, a mantra you wake up with every morning, or whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Richie Mullins, give the last words for the people.
To me, I would just say, follow your dreams. Everything does happen for a reason. Everything is lined up by life, and never give up. Even if hard times are falling, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, there you have it, party people. Richie Mullins, what a cool dude. And he's so prolific, man. He's always working, getting those songs out there. 30 songs in the past 6 to 8 months. And he's recorded 10 of them. And they're out there for your listening pleasure on all the streaming medias, the Apples and the Spotifys, right next to my podcast. How about that? And you can listen to Richie Mullins, and check out RichieMullinsMusic.com and find him on his Facebook page, Richie Mullins Music, Facebook.com/Richie Mullins Music. All right, man. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Richie Mullins, for coming back on the show. Now, if you, yes, you, I'm turning my attention to you, my loyal listener. If you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email KeysDAN@AOL.com. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.